morning, Pikeville Medical Center officials announced a new partnership expected to expand access to pediatric care. And students in Floyd County are planting seeds, hoping to use the harvest to give back to their people.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm Neely Green here with you on this Thursday, November 20th. The time is now 5:30. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmel for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, I left this morning and it was pretty comfortable outside. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Any day that I don't have to wear gloves to get to my car is a comfortable morning for me, and that's exactly what you can expect on this Thursday. Here's a look at those temperatures. Really just a mixture of the 50s as you're starting off your day. We did have some upper 40s for some of our more northern counties, but by the time we head into the afternoon, everybody will be warming into a mixture of the upper 50s and low 60s. Now, a couple things to keep in mind just because of the placement of where that rain has been the past couple days. It's still chillier for our northern counties, only getting to 50 degrees in Moorhead, and it's still warmer for our more southern counties, getting to 68 as that forecast high in Jacksboro and in Jonesville. So again, pretty big range, but all the more reason to tell you it's comfortable, so you won't have to worry too much about those temperatures. Just make sure you bring that raincoat for rain chances later this evening, and also drive safe this morning as we are watching some dense patchy fog out and about across eastern Kentucky. Speaking of that rain that I mentioned this morning, we are nice and clear. No rain in the forecast until about the afternoon hours is when you can expect that to start picking itself up. Neely.
All right, Megan, sounds good. In western Kentucky, police are investigating after a car was hit by a train. It happened in Davis County Tuesday at approximately 10 p.m. The incident occurred at the tracks at the intersection of East 9th Street and Center Street. Police say the car had been stranded on the tracks. Officers say no one was hurt and the accident reconstruction unit is investigating. In Carter County, what was originally thought to be an armed robbery was apparently a hoax. According to the Ashland, Kentucky State Police Post, troopers responded after a report that two men went into a gas station along the US 60 in the Rush community and took an undisclosed amount of money. Police later determined a store employee, 32-year-old Jesse McDaniels of Ashland, made up the story in an attempt to conceal his own criminal actions. McDaniels is charged with false reporting of an incident. In Huntington, West Virginia, a man is now awaiting his sentence after pleading guilty to child porn charges. The U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of West Virginia says Connor Lyons pleaded guilty to the charges Monday. This goes back to September of 2023 when court records show Lyons was accused of using a file-sharing computer program to download nearly 500 images containing child porn. He will be sentenced in March. We are learning new details about a lawsuit against an Eastern Kentucky truck driver and a Virginia-based trucking company after a deadly crash on I-75. That crash killed 16-year-old Tristan Brown of Madison County and injures his father and sister. The truck driver, David Turner of Harlan, has faced both driving and alcohol-related charges in the past. He's not charged with a DUI charge that we could find, but he was cited for having an open container in a motor vehicle and for reckless driving and speeding. The lawsuit mentions Turner's criminal history and a distraction leading up to the crash.
You know, the source of that distraction at this point, we don't know. We have suspicions, but it is without question. The way the traffic pattern was that day, the way traffic had stopped, the weather conditions were perfect for driving.
We reached out to Hill Trucking Company for comment. They own the truck Turner was driving and are also named as defendants. When we mentioned the lawsuit, they hung up on us. Tuesday, we reported that suspended Judge Howard Keith Hall was found non-guilty in his federal case. Yesterday, we learned the Pike County Circuit Judge was reinstated and can return to the bench immediately. Hall was accused of theft of government funds and mail fraud. A Floyd County teen was sentenced to 8 years in prison for his role in a parking garage shooting. Brandon Poston's charge was amended from first-degree assault to second-degree. The incident happened last year in the Pikeville parking garage. The victim in that shooting had to be taken to Pikeville Medical Center for treatment. The first modular homes are now arriving at Skyview in Perry County, one of eastern Kentucky's higher ground housing sites that came about after the 22 flood. WYMT's Caroline Mueller was there when the homes were delivered.
2 modular homes made their way to the mountains Wednesday, the first of 8 that will be brought into Skyview during the next few days. They were built in Louisville by MMY US, designed to be installed faster than traditional construction and to help families move out of flood-prone areas sooner.
We started manufacturing these homes about a month ago. It took us 10 days to manufacture 8 new homes with the roofs, and it will take us about 3 weeks to set them on the plots. And we say that it takes us 6 weeks from lot to completed home to finish to occupancy for the house. Normal homes, 6 to 9 months in a normal traditional built way.
The company's CEO, Robin Bartram Brown, says 90% of the materials come from just miles away from their plant. And that for families who lost everything, these homes are about more than just speed.
They're not just homes, but they're hope, right? And I feel incredibly proud and lucky and fortunate that we're able to manufacture these and put them out into the community for them to have safe homes to live in.
State Senator Brandon Smith has pushed for housing funding since the 2022 flood and says seeing these homes arrive feels like a true bright spot.
I'm literally giddy today to see these trucks come through here.
He says these homes will be bolted to foundations, giving families long-term value and stability.
This is our silver lining after the flood. These will go anchored down to that foundation, and then as soon as that happens, that gives that family value.
The remaining modular homes will arrive during the next 4 days, with crews working to get them set and ready for families as soon as possible. In Perry County, Caroline Mueller, WYMT Mountain News.
MMY is also making 38 homes for Chestnut Ridge in Knott County. The Clay County Senior Citizen Center hosted a celebration yesterday highlighting the center's dedication and help from the community during the recent 6 weeks of uncertainty with meal funding. The Beshear administration reallocated $9.1 million from an unused Medicaid study to fill the funding gap. While it is a temporary solution, the community says they will continue to support the seniors.
I think it's important to show up to the ones that built the foundation of like Clay County for us, and to just show our support and to say that we are there for them and that we support them.
Governor Beshear requested that the Finance Cabinet review the senior meal program so they can understand funding needs in the future. Lawmakers also say they will have to look into a $305 million deficit in the next fiscal year. Pikeville Medical Center officials announced a new partnership yesterday, which is expected to expand access to pediatric care. PMC's Metu Children's Hospital joined the affiliate networks with UK Children's, providing Pikeville's patients with access to a slew of resources, education, support, and in-house consultation opportunities with pediatric specialists in Lexington. Hospital leaders say the partnership is a major milestone, saying the affiliate network strengthens the dedication to serving families and children in eastern Kentucky, providing connections to keep children's health care at the forefront.
For families, I think it reassures them of not just the commitment locally, but also knowing that, you know, if they need to come to Lexington, we're available. But in many cases, they can get what they need right here at some of the clinics that they offer. So it allows them not to have to travel long distances.
Dr. Day says the affiliate network aligns the hospitals in a mission to provide consistent, high-quality treatment to families no matter where they are. Students in Floyd County are planting seeds, hoping to use the harvest to give back to their people. Students in Andy Burke's hydroponics lab have been working with hydroponic farming for a few months, learning how the innovative tech can help change the face of farming in the region, and specifically in Floyd County. The students are already seeing the fruits of their labor, or at least the vegetables, as they plant and cultivate while learning about the farming industry and the reality of living in a food desert, taking the wins and losses as they come.
Failure is just a step to the ladder of success, and in order to be successful, you got to get some things wrong, and these students are getting things wrong, but they're not seeing it like that. They're seeing it as a challenge and what they can do to overcome those challenges.
The lab was funded by a grant from the Floyd County Soil Conservation District. Students say they hope to expand the hydroponics project and use it as a way to give back to their community. The Kentucky Department of Education says during the 2024-2025 school year, 2 elementary schools in Clay County were ranked the best out of every elementary school in the Commonwealth. Oneida Elementary came out on top with that #1 spot. The criteria was based on a few things such as test scores, school safety, and the overall environment of the school. Principal Thomas Hayden says the school's small size helped them earn this accomplishment.
To be honest, just loving them, just like they're your own child. I mean, because you don't go into education thinking you're going to make a lot of money. You do it for the love and the accomplishment of seeing a child grow and be able to grasp a concept and see their face light up. That's reward enough, and just making them feel like they're a part of something.
Hayden says the accomplishment can also be attributed to great district leadership. Several Eastern Kentucky elementary, middle, and high schools made the top 10 in the state. Next week, hunters in West Virginia will be able to set their sights on a buck and take a shot at harvesting it. Buck firearm season runs through December 7th in that state. Governor Patrick Morsey hosted a news conference discussing the start of the season and how hunters can prepare. It will be open for 2 weeks in every county except Logan, McDowell, Mingo, and Wyoming. The West Virginia Division of Natural Resources Director spoke about safety measures hunters must take.
Hunters, be sure to wear 400 inches of blaze orange. And when shooting, identify your target and what is beyond. Safety is always our first and top priority when out hunting.
All big game must be field tagged and electronically checked at wvhunt.com. And this year, if folks have trouble locating a deer after it's been killed, they will be able to use a drone to track it. But only one leash dog may be used for recovery. Volunteers are out ringing the bells to raise funds for folks who may need some extra help this holiday season. The Salvation Army kicked off its annual Red Kettle campaign in Lexington yesterday. Folks are encouraged to give what they can, whether it's some monetary donations or a request from an angel tree. The number of unhoused people in cities like Lexington has increased, and so it has the need for help.
When you put something in the kettle this holiday season, know that it's going directly to helping those in need, and we have a lot of neighbors in need.
Hank the horse was on hand for yesterday's Red Kettle kickoff. He's been in Bell Ringer for 7 years, and in that time he's raised close to $70,000. And as the saying goes, if a horse can do it, we can do it too. Fans are stepping into the world of Wes Anderson. We'll tell you how next in your Eye on Entertainment report.
And we're talking mild temperatures for today with rain chances returning this evening.